Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh WRB here. Today, I am reviewing another movie, this time being The Conjuring 2. And this is James Wan's return to horror. He left the horror genre to do Fast 7. If you don't know who James Wan is, he did the first Conjuring, the first Saw, and Insidious 1 and 2. Along with a few other movies that you probably haven't heard of with like Kevin Bacon in it and stuff like that. But he is one of my favorite like directors, not just in horror, but just directors because of his style and stuff, of what he does. The Conjuring 1, the first Conjuring, was the first movie, like, I don't know what it is about me. I'm a little desensitized to horror movies just because I enjoy them so much. I watch a lot of horror movies. So for a movie to actually scare me is kind of a task. And the first one successfully did that, I think, twice. And it was just like, the way I explained it to Kissy was the first movie was just the ghosts and just the whole story was overall terrifying. They made ghosts and demons and what just seemed like a very terrifying thing. And in this one, they made the ghosts and the demons seem more like a very violent thing. And to have something come across as terrifying and something on the opposite hand to come across as just violent, terrifying to me is always way scarier and sticks with you longer. The first Conjuring just kind of like, it clinged on to me and it didn't let go. And that feeling that I had seeing that movie, even watching it again, I was like, oh, there's just like way creepier parts in the first one than there is in the second one. That being said, the second one still has like the overall tone that the first one had and that I loved about the first one, because the thing that was getting really hard with the Insidious movies, and that's why I think he just passed the baton over to his director of photography in that one, is like the technology thing. So like having a new age horror movie, people have cell phones and Google and a lot of stuff at their disposal to, get help, and essentially like none of this stuff would happen anymore, or there'd just be like so much technology. I don't know. It just kind of like takes the like horrific factor out of the movie, and that's why I like that he went back with the Conjuring 1 and there isn't all that like technology and stuff, and it makes it like a lot more creepy because you're kind of more stranded. And in this one, it didn't feel that way as much. Like the house was just kind of like not as creepy, but it's based on a true story and stuff. But there was a lot of really good parts to this movie. His filmmaking is some of the best for horror I've ever seen. Like, he is so, I don't even want to call it innovative, because we could be called innovative, I guess, but it's more just like, it's just fun to watch the ways he likes to film stuff. Like, he really likes to use the smooth motion of like a steady cam and stuff like that. And especially in the introductory scene to this movie, reflected back to the introductory scene of the first movie, and it just gets you to see the like topography of the house all in one shot. And he did that really well in this one. You could tell he was flying like a Movi or something, and it like goes up and through like a window into another girl's bedroom and stuff. So you really get to know how this house and everything feels right off the get-go. And the nun demon in this is super creepy looking, but for some reason that like little witch lady from the first one on top of the dresser creeped me out way more than the nun did. But I don't know. This movie is still very scary for the normal moviegoer. For me, it wasn't that scary. It still had a lot of good like pop out scare parts that didn't get me. The first one had a few that got me. I don't know. I'm just like overly comparing this to the first one because I hold the first one in such high regard, and the first one got like a flawless 6 bottles from me. This isn't. I gotta say, this isn't as bad as like you would think just a straight up sequel to a movie would be. So it just follows the Warrens and another like haunting that they went to go investigate, and so I guess that is considered a straight up sequel. But in the world of just sequels being terrible and stuff like that, this one holds up way better than most normal sequels. But I guess in horror movies, sequels can be better than the first one. This one isn't as good as the first one, but it is still really worth seeing. I still enjoyed myself, and even though it wasn't as scary and or creepy as the first one, it still has all that like creep factor that James Wan is so perfect at doing. So make sure you go and check this one out. This one is getting 4.5 bottles out of 6 from me. That's all I got for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to click this video you see on the screen. You might actually like it. Have a nice day, guys.